Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Catherine and welcome to this strong core strength yoga class. We are going to be flowing through a variety of different movements that are going to challenge both your core strength and your balance, because balance challenges the core like no other. So I always make sure to include that when we want this entire section to start being strengthened. Now, coming into this, know that you can take a break at any moment, have some water nearby, and just plop yourself in child's pose if need be, or just take a breather moment and then get right back into it. And another thing to note, that this is going to be challenging. Challenge means that we're going to improve. If it wasn't challenging, that wouldn't happen. So don't be discouraged by feeling like this is difficult. That is exactly what it's going to be. A little bit difficult, challenging. We're going to feel the burn. It'll be hard, but that is a good thing. So without talking too much, let's hop right on our mat and move. Alright, so let's meet on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the bottoms of your feet together, knees out wide, allowing yourself to just melt into the floor here. Starting to become in tune with your breath, noticing how you feel in this moment. Collectively, let's breathe all of the air out of our lungs, so emptying out that stale air. Once you're empty, take a deep breath in through the nose. Really filling up, feeling the chest expand. And when you can't take any more air in, hold at the top. And big audible exhale out. Let's do that again. Big deep breath in. Audible exhale out. One more time, deep breath in. And audible exhale. Beautiful job. Close your knees like a book and bring them into your chest. Place your hands on top of your knees and start to draw circles with your hands. Massaging the low back. Just inviting movement into the hips a little bit. Waking up the body. And reverse. Should feel quite nice. Send both your arms out into a T and float your legs over to the right, coming into supine twist. Keeping a nice steady cadence of breath here. Noticing the sensation of the twist, keeping both shoulder blades glued to the ground. Inhale, draw the knees back into the chest and allow them to float over to the left, nice and slowly. We don't want to go too quick when you're coming into a supine twist. Keeping that good rhythm of breath. And making sure that your shoulder blades are glued to the ground. And just allowing yourself to let gravity do the work. Really relaxing here. Inhale, bring your knees back into your chest. And then bring your hands on either side of you. Stamp your feet up to face the ceiling, coming into legs up the wall pose. So we want to be feeling a little bit of a stretch behind the hamstrings here. Feel free to bend your knees if that's too much, but just a nice stretch. Deep inhale. As you exhale, see if you can bring your toes closer towards your face. Remember, they can be bent. We just want to use a little bit of our strength here to pull our feet towards us. Deep inhale. Exhale, release closer. And then bring your legs in line with your hips. Interlace your hands behind your head and lift your chest up towards your toes. And your chest should also be facing your toes here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, lift higher up towards your toes. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Twist your body over to the right. Keep your chest lifted up, core engaged. Inhale. As you exhale, lift higher towards the right. Inhale. Exhale, lift. You got this. I know it's hard. I'm shaking too. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Come back to center. Go over to the left. Same thing. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift as high as you can. Come back to center. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful job. You could bring your feet down. Just take a moment to notice that deep sensation within the core and just to become familiar with this feeling throughout our practice. Taking a breath here. Beautiful job. Bring your hands behind your knees and rock and roll your way up to the top of your mat. So just kind of using momentum to bring yourself all the way up. You may need to do this once or twice. And then come all the way up. Meet me in a tabletop position. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips here. Inhale as you draw your belly button down towards the mat as you send your gaze out in front of you. Cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, come into cat pose, pushing the shoulder blades away from you, tucking in the pelvis. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Just an invitation to start bringing in any movement that may feel good to you in this moment. Maybe pushing your hips back, floating up, getting deep into the shoulders, maybe drawing some circles with the hips here. Just bringing in any movement that may feel good for your body right now. Just loosening up. Let go of the ego that's telling you that you kind of look strange doing a movement. Just let yourself flow freely. Do whatever comes to your mind, whatever your body is telling you that it needs. Maybe you stay doing cat-cow, just really finding anything that feels good for you in this moment. 2 more breaths, yeah. Last one. And meet me in a neutral tabletop position. Nice long spine, really lifting the chin, like not up, but kind of like your head is pulling away from your body. You really want to have a nice long spine here. So finding a stable foundation, lift your right leg back behind you. Deep inhale. As you exhale, hug your right knee into the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as tight as you possibly can. Inhale back out. Exhale, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as tight as you can. Inhale back out. Exhale, squeeze. This time, inhale, lift your right leg back out. Now, balancing table, lift your left arm out in front of you. And as you exhale, elbow to knee connection. Inhale back out. Exhale, connect. Inhale back out. Exhale, connect. Inhale, lift back out. Plant your left hand down. Send your right foot out to the side of you and plant your foot down and find modified cat-cow here. Inhale, draw the belly button down, sending your gaze out in front of you. And then exhale, rounding, just changing it up a little bit here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Neutral spine. Lift your right leg up. So lift it up as high as it will go. Bring it all the way back and plant your foot down. Left leg goes out behind you as you inhale. Exhale, hug the knee into the chest as tight as it will go. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze. All the way back. Exhale, squeeze. Bring your left leg all the way back out. Send your right arm out in front of you. Exhale, connect the elbow to your knee. Squeeze. Inhale, back out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, back out. Last connection. Inhale, back out. Plant your right hand down. Send your left leg all the way out to the side. Plant your left foot down. Inhale, find cow. Exhale, cat. Modified cat-cow. Exhale around. One more time. Neutral spine. Lift your left leg all the way up and all the way back. Plant your knee down. Tuck your toes. Find downward facing dog. Belly to thigh connection first. Then you start to straighten your legs. They can stay bent. They do not need to be straight, and your heels do not need to be touching the ground. That is a myth. Pedal out your dog to loosen up your hamstrings here. Maybe finding a little wiggle from side to side, movement that feels good for you in this moment. All right, from here, see if you can ripple forward into plank position. Lift your right leg up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Finding three-legged dog. Now we're going to do that same thing that we did in tabletop position. We're going to connect our knee to our nose, hugging in as tight as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And the right leg rises back up. Exhale, right knee, right forearm. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left forearm. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, plant your right foot down and then walk your hands back to meet your feet and find ragdoll fold. So belly to thigh connection, grab both of your elbows and sway from side to side. Releasing the upper body here. Finding a little bit of a moment to breathe and relax. All right, nice deep bend in the knee. Sweep your hands up to find chair pose. Biceps in line with your ears, sink deep. You should be able to see all 10 of your toes. Sink, sink, sink. Tuck the pelvis in slightly so that we're not arching. So tucking in nicely, deep inhale. Exhale, sit lower. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower, you got this. And then float all the way up. Beautiful job. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way up. With your left hand, grab your right knee, twist over to the right. Keeping your breath nice and steady. If you've got a wall and you want to cheat, that's okay. Come out of the twist, plant your right foot back down. Find the belly to thigh connection again in the forward fold, and then walk your hands over into down dog, and we'll take our first flow. Come into plank position. Option to do chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, or follow me in cobra. Shift your weight forward on your hands. Hug your elbows into the chest as you lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, find cobra pose, squeezing the elbows together. Exhale, float back down. Tuck your toes, push back up, and find downward facing dog. Beautiful job. From here, ripple forward into plank pose. Float your left leg up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, push back, downward facing dog. Exhale, find knee to nose. Inhale, left leg rises back up. Exhale, left knee, left forearm. Inhale, left leg back up. Exhale, left knee, right forearm. Inhale, rise back up. Float the left foot down. Walk your hands all the way back to find ragdoll fold again. So grabbing both your elbows and just swaying from side to side, allowing that release to happen in the low back. Inhale, find chair pose, sink nice and deep. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, biceps in line with your ears. Exhale, lower. And then rise all the way back up. Lift your left leg into your chest. With your right hand, grab your left knee and twist over to the left. Finding your balance. Even I'm a little shaky here, that's okay. It's okay. Deep inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. Plant your foot down. Fold over your knees. Walk forward into downward facing dog. Let's take a flow. Ripple all the way forward, either doing chaturanga or cobra pose. I'm going to opt for chaturanga this time. Hugging the elbows into the chest. Pushing up into upward facing dog. Exhale, finding downward facing dog. All right, beautiful job. Inhale, right leg rises up again. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg rises up. Exhale, knee to right forearm. Inhale, right leg rises up. Exhale, right knee, left forearm, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, right leg rises up. Exhale, squeeze your knee in, step it through, find low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Tuck your pelvis in here, nice stretch in the front of your left hip. Exhale, tuck it in even more. Lengthening the spine, drawing the shoulder blades down your back. Deep inhale. As you exhale, find half split, planting your hands on the mat. You can keep a nice deep bend in the knee here, or you can straighten it out and then fold over, totally up to you. Just make sure that you're not rounding the spine to have a straight leg. You want to have a nice straight spine so you can feel a deep stretch in the hamstring. Exhale, find low lunge again, reaching your arms up to the sky. Engage your quads here, engage your core. We're going to lift all the way up to high lunge. Beautiful job. We're still tucking the pelvis in. We want to feel that stretch. Deep bend in both knees. All right, connect your left foot to your right, finding chair pose, sinking nice and deep. We want to see all 10 toes. Nice straight spine with a tuck in the pelvis. And lift all the way up. Beautiful job. Lift your right leg up. Hook your right ankle on top of your left knee. Come into standing figure 4. Finding your balance. Deep stretch in the glute here. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Step your left foot back, finding high lunge again. Float your left knee all the way down, so we're back in the low lunge. Plant your hands down, find downward facing dog. Let's take a flow. So whatever you choose for your flow, or you can just stay in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left forearm, squeeze. Inhale, left leg back up. Exhale, left knee, right forearm, squeeze. Inhale, left leg back up. Exhale, squeeze knee to nose and step forward, finding low lunge. Deep inhale. Exhale, tuck the pelvis in. You want to feel a nice stretch here, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. As you exhale, finding half split pose. Remember, don't round the spine to keep a straight leg. Bend the knee rather to find that straight back. so that you feel a nice deep stretch in the hamstring. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Come back into low lunge, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling, tucking in, engaging the glutes and the core as we lift all the way up to high lunge. Taking a breath. Bring your right foot to meet your left, finding chair pose, sink deep. All 10 toes are visible, deep inhale. As you exhale, float down a little bit more. And then come all the way back up. Lift your left knee up. Hook your left ankle on top of your right knee to find standing figure 4. You want to feel a nice deep stretch in the glute here, nice long spine, drawing the shoulder blades down. And coming all the way back up, step your right foot back, finding high lunge again. Float your knee all the way down, plant your palms, downward facing dog, and we'll take a flow. Beautiful job. Bring your knees as wide as your mat, toes to touch. Find child's pose. Just take a moment here. Notice your heart beating beneath your chest. Your life force. Acknowledging the difficult moments in this practice, but knowing that a challenge means growth. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, really melt into the mat. We'll meet in high plank in 5, high plank in 4, high plank in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Once you are at your high plank, we're going to lower down to our forearms, and we're going to come right back up. Forearms and back up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Stay on your forearms. Dip your hips over to the right, then to the left. Right, left. We're here for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Step to the right, to the left, to the right, left. 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Float your hips all the way down and find Sphinx pose. A little bit of relief from the hard work that we just did, drawing the shoulder blades down towards the mat, pushing your elbows into the ground, opening up the heart, opening up the chest, taking a moment to breathe. Beautiful job. You guys did it. The hard part is over. Float all the way down to your mat. Bring both your arms out in a 90-degree angle, so cactus arms. Your forehead is on the mat. Lift your left leg up and over your body. Push with your left hand into the ground to get a stretch in the shoulder. So you should feel a nice stretch in the shoulder. If you don't, bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder and then push from there. Coming back to the natural cadence of breath. Heart rate is coming back down. Allowing your practice to really seal in with this cool down. Come back to center, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Nice deep shoulder stretch, and you can just bring your hand underneath your right shoulder and push away if you don't feel anything. This is the moment where your practice does not need to be anything, it just needs to feel good in your body. Come all the way back to center, keeping your forehead on the mat. Reach back for both of your feet. See if you can grab them. If not, no worries. Just reach back for them until you feel a nice stretch. If you can grab your feet, begin to push your feet up towards the ceiling, finding bow pose. Just a little counter for all the core work that we did. Stretching out our front body. Deep inhale. Exhale, release back down. And then flip over to your back. Push your feet up towards the ceiling, finding legs up the wall pose. Reach inside your legs for the outer corners of the feet. Stamp your feet up towards the ceiling. Happy baby. Maybe you have a gentle rock from side to side, massaging the back. Just finding what feels good for you here. Bringing your feet down towards your bum, closing your knees, giving yourself a nice big hug, being ever so grateful for all the hard work that you just did and for showing up for yourself today. Plant your feet nice and close to your bum. You want to be able to feel your ankles with your fingertips and then push your hips up towards the ceiling, finding bridge pose as high as they will possibly go, not allowing your knees to splay out here, kind of drawing them in. You want them to be in line with your hips. And then slowly lowering down as slow as you possibly can, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to our final resting pose. Reaching one leg out and then the other. And melting into the floor, palms to face the sky, closing off our eyes. Shavasana. And whenever you're ready, you start to invite movement back into your ankles, back into your wrists. Maybe flipping over into a fetal position, whichever side you choose. And then slowly, when you're ready, making your way up to a seated position. If you so wish, you can feel free to also stay on the ground if you'd like. Otherwise, coming to a seated position, reach your arms all the way up to the sky, connect your palms and float your hands down to your sternum. Notice how you feel. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to practice with me, and just be so proud of yourself for showing up and doing something really challenging. It's something to be proud of. It's something to acknowledge within yourself. So you are awesome. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this challenging core strength flow with me. Please do make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I saw the analytics of my YouTube channel and it looks like 90% of the people, not over exaggerating, 90% are not subscribed. So you guys are doing my classes but not subscribed, and I really would appreciate it if you do. Also, please do leave me a comment. Let me know how this was for you, any challenges that you had, what can I help you with. I'm here for you to guide you through your journey, so let me know how it's going. I appreciate you guys so much.